What's going to welcome back to my channel? Listen, man. So it seems there's another person who been on the No Jumper podcast, Out 22 podcast, that he's going to jail for allegedly for murder, which is wild. And like I said before in the video I made, I think maybe last year or so, it seems like everybody that goes on this podcast are most likely they're a gang member or something like that, or have ties to gangs. It seems like these guys go on that podcast. Next thing you know, they talk about all type of stuff. And next thing you know, they end up going to jail, which is crazy, or get caught up in a RICO case. So now we have Ant Jefe. He's a YouTuber, and he also a host on the No Jumper podcast. And it seems he got arrested maybe a couple of days ago, which is wild, man. I'm gonna react to this Flacco video, man. Let's get into it, yo.
Ask me how I got it. This Ant Jefe murder investigation just took a turn for the worse. Now, the family of Ant Jefe has tapped in. Other people from different communities in LA has tapped in, and we have more information. Ant Jefe was arrested yesterday a little after noon by the Robbery and Homicide Division. If you watch any one of Ant Jefe's videos from yesterday, Ant Jefe literally had tears falling from his eyes, as you can see right here. So Ant Jefe was stressed out, or he knew something was coming down the pipeline. He was literally crying in his videos.
Man, that's crazy. Man, he is crying too. Maybe he did know something about to come down the pop line that he might be arrested sooner or later. I don't know. But all this stuff is alleged.
You another one like the other one.
I don't know what bro was going through. I'm praying for his mental health. This got to be a tough time for Ant, man, because I ain't never seen Ant that emotional. Now, upon information and belief, people began to connect Ant Jefe's arrest to a murder that took place yesterday in LA at a taco stand.
The LAPD says there was an argument just before the gunfire, and it all unfolded just steps away from a busy taco stand.
NBC4's Camilla Rambaldi joins us live from the LAPD headquarters after talking with witnesses. Camilla.
Hi, Jonathan and Kathy. Telemundo 52 spoke with the brother of the man who was killed. I also spoke with one man who was working at the taco stand last night. He told me he heard about 7 to 8 gunshots. Let's go ahead and get you to some video from earlier. In this clip, you can see several bullet holes in a fence near the stand. The LAPD says a shooter.
Now, Ant Jefe is a gang member as well. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, ties to gangs. So it's like, if you go in this area right here for a taco and you're not really aware, because I'm like, man, LA is like, I've never been there, but it is wild over there. LA and Chicago, all these gangs and stuff, it is crazy. Like I said, this guy be on the No Jumper podcast always talking about stuff, gangs and the killings and stuff like that. Why he wasn't aware of his surroundings. Like, this is wild.
Shooting was reported just before 2 in the morning near the intersection of Holmes and Slauson Avenues. As you mentioned earlier, there are a number of businesses in the area. Police say a man walked toward a car and there was some sort of an argument. Police say the man was then shot and the shooter took off in a car. It is unclear at this point what led up to the argument. The family of the man who was killed has identified him as 30-year-old Deshaun Coleman. They shared a photo of him with our team. Here was more from his family and reaction from a man who was working at the taco stand.
We don't know nothing. All we know, we need justice. He was a good person, a loving person. He took care of everybody.
We hear some people yelling, like yelling bad words, start fighting.
Did you hear the gunshots?
Yeah, I hear the gunshots. I hear like 7 gunshots, and that scares me. I didn't move. I was frozen, like no zero nerves. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if to run or to stay.
The question of the day is, did Ant Jefe commit this murder? Well, to answer that question, let's take a look at the footage of the murder. And yes, I got the footage before the police. Don't ask me how I got it. I don't even know if I'm privy to share that information. I don't know if, you know, who gave me the footage will even want me to say it.
Some people say Flacco is a cop. You know what I mean? Because they already think Al 22 from the No Jumper podcast. They say he's a cop as well. You know what I mean? I don't know. Flacco do be having a lot of information, and he puts out a lot of videos on a lot of gangs and stuff in LA as well. And Flacco used to be on the No Jumper podcast. I don't think he on there no more. You know what I mean? Now he doing his own thing. So it's like a lot of these guys be knowing some stuff. Like I ain't saying he working with the police or whatever, but he do be knowing a lot of stuff, which is crazy.
But just know I got the footage of the murder, okay? The reason why people believe that Ant Jefe may be involved in this murder is because one of Ant Jefe's vehicle may or may not have been at the scene when his murder took place. Okay. One of Ant Jefe's vehicles may or may not have been at the scene when this took place. This car right here may or may not have been one of the vehicles that Ant Jefe.
Man, just say who car it is, man. Stop trying to talk you in riddles, man.
Used to drive to No Jumper. But the driver of the vehicle never actually gets out the car. When the altercation play out between this group of people, somebody runs into the passenger side of one of Ant Jefe's vehicles, allegedly, and they drove off. It's the gentleman that was shot and killed, him right here. Now, they're having some type of disagreement with some individuals there. So while they're having a disagreement, you're about to see this guy right here is about to get punched. Now, when he gets punched, the person who was shot and killed, they all began to move forward. Now, when they begin to move forward, somebody comes from around the car and started shooting, hits him, he falls and dies. Then they chase somebody around this vehicle, but they couldn't shoot them, and the person goes away. Now, this guy right here is about to punch him when he turns his back. I'm not going to show the footage, obviously. Now watch. Now, I don't know why, he has no situational awareness whatsoever. He's standing close as if it's sweet. He's about to get punched. Watch. Watch. Boop. Now he's about to launch at him and punch him right now.
Yeah, I can see his foot moving. He leaned over as well, like he about to punch him too.
Right? He spots him about to punch like this. He punches him. Now, obviously, right, I can't show that. But now you see he been driven back on the wall. He's still pursuing him. Now, when he pursues him, it's only him. So now his homies, including the dude who got killed, they now progress on him. But that's when the shooting happened. You see right here? Now the person comes from around here and they begin to shoot. Now, I'm not gonna show y'all the footage, right? But just know they shot and killed this person. They shot and killed him. He hit the floor. He ran over here. He runs right here. They run over here. Then they took off around the corner. So this is the shooting footage. Ant Jefe did not commit the shooting. But because it was rumored that Ant Jefe may or may not have been at the scene when it took place. His vehicle may or may not have been there when it took place. People automatically assume, oh, damn, wait, was he over there when it happened? Oh, damn, he got picked up for that. He didn't get picked up for that. That's where the misunderstanding came from. Everybody is assuming, all right, that one of Ant's vehicle may or may not have been there, allegedly, all right? So, but he was not picked up for that. Maybe he could be called in for questioning for that, who knows, allegedly, but he was not picked up for that. Ant Jefe was picked up, again, this is directly from family members of Ant Jefe, okay? Ant Jefe was picked up for a conspiracy that took place a couple of months ago, a murder. What was this conspiracy? What was this murder? Well, let me explain, okay? Ant Jefe is from A-Tray Gangsters Crips. 4 A-Trays were arrested arrested yesterday. Ant Jefe was just one of them. There were 3 others that was arrested. Now, apparently a DP was taken. Now, Ant Jefe was not involved with the DP at all, but a DP was taking place. Now, when the DP is taking place, they brutalized and beat up the dude so bad. I don't know if weapons were involved. I don't know what were involved, but they brutalized this dude so bad that he died during the DP. Now, where the murder and the robbery comes in, after the dude died, they ran into his car, stole some stuff, and dipped. Now, the police is claiming, according to Ant Jefe's family, that Ant Jefe was there when this took place. Ant Jefe was again not involved with the DP. He did not punch anybody, hit him, but he was present when the DP took place. And because of that, Ant Jefe's family is claiming that the police is saying that Ant is involved in this conspiracy to murder. That's why Ant Jefe is in jail, according to his family. People believe Ant Jefe got picked up for the blood murder at the taco stand because Ant Jefe may or may not have been present, according to the sighting of one of his cars, when this murder took place. A high-ranking gang member from Pueblos, Young Woo, it looks like he's not letting Young Ant Jefe off the hook completely just yet, because he dropped a video where he essentially names Young Ant Jefe and backs up the story that Young Ant Jefe and this dude had an altercation. Now, from the footage I just seen, if that's Young Ant Jefe's car, if that's one of the cars Young Ant Jefe drive to no jumper, if that's one of them, then Young Ant Jefe never actually got out the vehicle when the altercation took place.
Pueblo Bishops, rest in peace, my young homie, Lil Bandit, aka Bandino. But listen, man, the story has come out on what happened to him. So allegedly, at the time where he went to the taco stand to get him a burrito, Young Ant Jefe had just pulled up or was there already. He was standing in line. And when, you know, the homies seen him, because I'm not sure how many people was with the homie Lil Bandit, you know, they start pressing Young Ant Jefe, banging on him. I guess they wasn't aware that, you know, he from HA Gangsters. He also, you know, that popular YouTube nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And after that, you feel me, once Young Ant Jefe say you from HA Gangster Crib, you would think it'd be like, you know, dead, you know, water under the bridge or some shit. But I guess Young Ant Jefe felt uncomfortable, started walking to his car, and then the homie followed him to his car. That's when the argument ensued, you feel me, with the dissing and everything. And then Young Ant Jefe, they say he shot 6 or 7, maybe 8.
They still blaming Ant for that murder, apparently. But shout out to Remo, man. Me and Remo has been on the phones trying to get y'all the most information we can get y'all, man. Remo has been a big help. He's been on the phones as well, doing some really, really, really great investigation and detective work when it comes to this case, man. But I'll be real with y'all guys, man. The Pueblo Bloods, they're still blaming Young Ant Jefe for this. I'm not entirely sure Young Ant Jefe fired any shots. The vehicle being seen or not being seen at the crime scene, I don't know. But that's why people thought Young Ant Jefe got picked up for that particular murder, because Young Ant Jefe may or may not have been at the scene when the murder took place. But Young Ant Jefe was actually picked up, again, according to Young Ant Jefe's family. Now, if they're misleading us, they're misleading us. But Young Ant Jefe family said he got picked up for a conspiracy a couple of months ago involving a member of A-Tray dying.
Listen, man, so this whole thing is pretty wild and intense. And like I say, man, like these guys be going on that podcast, they all gang members. They be talking about violence and stuff like that, gang activities and stuff, you know, and Jefe isn't a gang member. So I don't know, you know what I mean? What happened, all this stuff is alleged, you know, like I say that, you know, if he didn't did the murder, like if that was his car, then they probably would have just brought him in just for questioning, you know what I mean? But they got him on the police report saying for murder, and his bond is $1 million. So it got to be more than questions, you know. I don't know, man. But listen, y'all tell me what y'all think about the whole situation. Y'all think Ant Jefe really killed somebody, or this is all something that's misunderstanding that all these YouTubers going to talking about it don't really know what they're talking about. Let me know what y'all think about all this in the comments, yo. Don't forget to subscribe, man. I do appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next time, man. Peace.